Hey guys, this is Miss Basaraba. I'm going to do a tutorial on how for you guys to be able to get the Cami extension. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is go to your Google Chrome store. I would suggest that you are in your Google browser, not in Internet Explorer. So if you just type in Chrome Store, that will get you where you need to go. When you get there, the extension that you are searching for is Kami, Kami. When you click on that, you're gonna see this. I already have this extension, so it's not requesting me for add it to Chrome as such as this one is. So you guys will need to click add this to Chrome. Once you do that, it is going to be prompting you to allow it access to your Google Drive and to give it permissions and all that kind of stuff. So just accept, accept, accept. One really important thing as you're going through this process is make sure it is going to ask you what email address you are wanting to attach Kami to. Attach it to your school email address. Otherwise, when you receive assignments, things are not going to communicate back and forth if you're not accepting it for the school email address. So that's extremely important. So once you've gone through all that process, one of two things are going to happen. You're either going to go ahead and see this K, which is going to pop up here in your extension toolbar. If you do not see that K there, then you can go to this puzzle piece, and this is where all of your extensions are. So you guys can see that I have lots of Google Chrome extensions, but the ones that I'm going to use most frequently, I take and I click the little pin for them so that they're pinned in my toolbar so that I can get to them easily. So that's something you can do. Another one I would suggest that you pin is your Clever so that you can easily get to your Clever if you're a remote student at home using your own computer. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you guys through a tutorial of what it'll look like when you get an assignment and show you how you would be able to edit this assignment with Kami. So I created a practice classroom today, and it's just called Practice Kami. There's only one student in this classroom, and it's my son, so that I could do an assignment and then show how the process of this would go. So there's one assignment in here and in the classwork, and it is a geometry assignment. And if I click on this, it was taking a second for it to load, but it shows right here that it is a Kami assignment. And you will always see that if your teacher's giving you a Kami assignment, they're going to be like, oh, I know what this is. So when you go to click to open this assignment, you're going to notice over here on the right hand side that it is going to say open with Kami, and you're going to want to click that. If you had not downloaded that extension, that prompt would not be there and you would not be able to do that. So now at this point in time, this document is completely editable to me in that I can respond and put things on here. So I had already played with this document just a little bit ago, but I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you some things that you can do, the abilities that you have here. So first off, one of the things that you're going to use the most when you are doing an assignment via Kami is using text boxes. So for this particular assignment, you would be using a text box to respond to this whole front page because you'd be putting the correct letter that would go there. So you would just click a text box there and put that letter and so on throughout this entire assignment. This right here is actually an equation box. And I used an equation box for this particular one because I wanted to be able to insert those symbols of equal and times in there, and it actually be an equation. So that's why I did an equation. So this can be very useful in the math class. For that purpose, you can see some of the symbols that are down here available for inserting. One of the other things I did want to make sure and you guys pay attention to, that when you have a text box open, that you have all kinds of things that are going on here too. You have the ability to put in subscripts and exponents here, and I see some other things like for formulas within this text boxes also. So you're not just limited by that equation that's over here. You have some abilities within your text box to do some math things as well. So this makes it super editable. Some other things that you have the ability to do within Kami is you have the ability to make comments. This is going to be really useful in classes, like say if a teacher was wanting you to annotate the text. You could go and mark up the text, like highlight, or maybe the teacher has already highlighted the text when they sent you the Kami assignment, and they're wanting you to provide them textual evidence or tell about what kind of literary device it was or whatever. So you could go and put in a text comment. If you were going to do that, let's just say right here, I wanted to go and put in a text comment about what a line segment was. I could just drop that little bullet right there, and then I could come over here and type and give my information right here. My teacher will be able to see that information and know it went directly with that bullet. I could have also provided a voice instead of actually typing if that's what I had chose to do. So that's how you could do comments there. There is the ability to have a dictionary here. You could go and select a word. If there was a word you didn't understand what it was, you could select the word with the dictionary. You can also do text to speech. I had already showed you about the markup capabilities. There's multiple things. You have highlighting a box, just taking the highlighter. You can strike words out. You can underline things. You have the ability to draw. You have the ability to add in shapes. There is an eraser, and you can also insert images. This is a signature box, not something I think that we're going to find that useful with what we're doing, but just to kind of put it out there that you could. So now I want to explain to you what you would be able to do from this point. In this, if you were a student in this, what you're going to see is over here on this right hand side where I have all of these things like to save and download this, there is going to be a little place over here for you that would say turn in. And you would be able to turn this assignment in directly to your teacher from Kami. You wouldn't even have to go back to Google Classroom to turn it in to them. It's going to do just like how in Google Classroom, when you click say turn in, it's going to say, are you sure you want to turn this in? And then, you would verify that, yes, you wanted to turn this assignment in. At that point in time, it's going to be in the teacher's hands, whether they decided to go back and give you some comments and send it back to you to fix, or they might give you comments and a grade, and then you would receive that back. But I hope that you guys enjoyed or at least got something out of this tutorial, and that you will go and get Kami downloaded as soon as possible onto your computer so that you have it up and ready to go when you receive your first assignment from your teachers. Anyways, it was great talking to you, and have a blessed day.